I've been spending money. I've been spending a lot of money. I have a problem. I like to buy video games. And I've been collecting video games for a while. I kind of been like on and off collecting since I was little. First starting with the N64 because that was the first console I had. But my dad kind of got me into playing video games at an early age, and I've always just enjoyed collecting games. I kind of fell out of it during high school because all I cared about was girls and balls. Sports balls. But living with Cole, I recently got back into it, collecting physically specifically, so it's been a lot of fun, and I had some fun stories with collecting some games. But what I wanted to start with was GameStop. GameStop has always been one of those stores, the video game retail stores that I would go to as a kid, but not very often because I live like an hour away. But anyway, where I live now, I live like 10 minutes from GameStop, but GameStop also has a website where you can buy stuff from. Now, a big pet peeve of mine, and probably lots of collectors, is we hate getting games that look like this. So the game will come, and it'll actually come in a generic GameStop case. Not like this. I actually put this over the top, but it'll come looking like this. It'll come, you get the generic GameStop, and you're just like, wow, this sucks. And I don't like getting games like this, so I usually don't buy them from GameStop like this. But I will tell you why I ended up getting this, and then I just printed this off. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But the story behind it is, I've been looking for The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks for a very long time. Probably for like the last year and a half. And I haven't been able to find it for a good price. On eBay it's like $80, and I don't want to pay that. Well, I found it on GameStop for 45 bucks, and I bought it, and in my head I'm thinking, okay, it's probably just going to be the cartridge. Because that's what GameStop does. They throw their DS and 3DS cases away, which is really sad, but whatever. Anyway, I get it in the mail, and it came completed, like this. Complete in-box Zelda Spirit Tracks. This is like an $80 game on eBay. Super jazzed, cartridge and all, manual. Oh, I was just ecstatic. So what I did to test my theory to see if GameStop, I mean, this is unlike GameStop to ship me this. So I decided to buy a couple of games from GameStop to see if they would ship me complete, or at least with the original case and artwork. And that is where this came in. No, they did not ship with the original artwork anyway, specifically. So I did end up just printing this off with Cole's help to get the dimensions semi-correct, but our printer doesn't print marginless pictures, so that sucks. But I don't know, all in all, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, just owning the game is kind of what I like about it. It's fun collecting, so if I have to do some bullshit like this, it is what it is. Better than not having the game, I guess. I mean, because my problem is I could buy the full thing like complete on eBay and just pay a little more money, but GameStop was having a sale. That's the only reason I picked this up. But I picked this one up from GameStop. It came like that. I also picked up this one from GameStop. I got Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and it came in a completely different case, so I actually swapped it out. This is a FIFA case that I harvested, which is kind of like a little pro tip that I've been doing recently. We have a local game store that has a bargain bin for $1, so if I get a bad case or not an original, like this one for example wasn't an Xbox case, I will just go and harvest games. Like, you can get sports games for like $1. So I really just go buy the games for the cases, and maybe at the end of this video I'll show you guys all of the sports games I have. But anyway, and then the last one that I got was this one. I got Sonic Boom, which also did not come with the original artwork. So I did print something off here as well, if you can see that. So anyway, kind of sucks, but whatever, is what it is. Like I said, at the end of the day, I want to just own the games physically. So it is fun. I will eventually print off Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is actually part 2. I'll probably get the first one. Or if I see the game at like a flea market or thrift store, which I've been going to a lot, and I will get into that in a bit. I will probably just switch it out and maybe end up selling this one, or keep whatever disc looks the best. But yeah, it's Ori's a series that I've been wanting to play for a while. It's actually on Game Pass, so I'll probably end up playing it digitally. But for like 10 bucks, I think I paid 10 bucks for each of these, except for I believe that Sonic Boom was $20 that I paid for. So yeah, all in all, I am just collecting the Sonic games because on the channel I'm doing a kind of long-running series of all of the 3D Sonic games, and my next one is Sonic 06. I haven't gotten to yet, but alas, along the way I'm going to be collecting all the Sonic games regardless. So yeah, along with GameStop buying online, they've been doing recently you can get 4 games for $20. So I've been hitting up that. I did a GameStop where I live here, and then I did a GameStop in my hometown with my family where they live, and I picked up a lot of games for $5 each. So I got Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls edition, which I recently beat with my friends, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. Very fun game, highly recommend it if you like dungeon crawlers. I also picked up Mega Man 11, which I heard is a terrible game, but I got it for $5, so maybe someday I'll play this and try it out. And then I got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is like a Dark Souls Star Wars game. Pretty excited for that. I'll play this one eventually. And then I picked up Monster Hunter World, which I watched Thane play. We did a live stream on YouTube way back when we first started live streaming. He played for like an hour. It was fun, I guess. And then another set of 4 games that I picked up is I got these 4. I got Destiny 2, which I actually think I got this from a flea market. I don't think I got that from GameStop because the case is like really trashed. I think I got this for like, let me check. Yeah, I did. I did not get this from GameStop. I kept the receipt. I'm not going to show you the receipt. But I paid $3 for this. Destiny 2. Not sure why I got it. I guess just to own it physically. Next, I got Doom 2016. Super fun game. And then I got Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. And then it's got 3 arcade Namco games. Got Galaga, Pac-Man, and Dig Dug. And then I got Resident Evil 7. I've been wanting to get this one for a while. I'm also doing a series on all of the Resident Evil games, or at least all the main ones. I don't know if I'll do a lot of the handheld spin-offs, but this has been fun too. I love the Resident Evil games, so that's been a fun series for me. And then at Walmart, they have lots of games that go on sale, so I picked these ones up for like 12 bucks each. I got Kingdom Hearts 3 from Squeenix. I got Destroy All Humans, the remake or remaster, I can't remember which it is. And then I got Rage 2. I own Rage 1 on the Xbox 360, so this kind of completes that. But yeah, those are kind of my recent purchases and pickups with the Xbox One specifically. Always be on the lookout. GameStop does sales all the time to get rid of old inventory, and you can get games for real cheap. So if you look for deals, you'll find them. But on to my next. I guess sticking with the Sonic theme, I bought this one online. I think I got this on eBay. This is Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is going to be one of the next, I don't know which one comes after Sonic 06, but one of the ones I already have, I think it might be Sonic Unleashed, I don't know. But yeah, this is just to keep doing my Sonic video series that I'm working on. So these two I picked up at our local flea market, and I think I got them for like $2 each. But I got Monster Lab for the Wii, which I know literally nothing about. But for $2, it was in really good condition. I want to show you the receipt. But it was in really good condition, and the art looked really pretty. So I was like, yeah, for $2, why not? Maybe one day I'll play it. Who knows? And then the next game I got, which I actually owned this for the DS back in the day, is called Crash to the Titans. I had this one on my DS, and I really liked it. I wanted to get it for the DS again, but this one I also got from the flea market for $3. The when I first got this, I threw the case away, but the game was in just immaculate condition, same with the manual. But the case, a freaking dog had chewed on the case down here, which was really nasty. So I got a replacement case, as you can tell, but the original artwork still is chewed up down there in the corner, so that's sad. Whatever. I'll put these off to the side now. Put this back. So when I was doing my my video on Gauntlet, the Gauntlet series, and Midway specifically, I found another Midway game called Black Parasite Area 51. I have Area 51 for the original Xbox. It was fun, I guess. It was supposed to be our second Halo. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, this game looks bad. I want it. For some reason, I like to buy bad video games. So I bought it, and I know nothing about it, but here it is, Black Parasite. Next, I also got this at our flea market for like 10 bucks. It's a GameCube game. It's Donkey Konga. It's the rhythm game. I don't actually own the drums for it, but for like 10 bucks, I was like, dang, GameCube games are pretty expensive. So I picked that up. Maybe one day I will buy the drums. I don't think they're that expensive, but just not something I am into right now. And then my original Xbox game that I picked up, because, and I'll just let you guys in on it, is The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. So, Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite, like, franchises of all time. I'm going to be doing a rewind episode on it at the end of the year. It's kind of an overwhelming and scary project that I've had brewing in my brain for a while, and I'm finally going to do it. So, I picked up The Hobbit, and I'll probably do videos on all the Lord of the Rings games. I have so many Lord of the Rings games, it's nuts. It's not even funny. But I will get to that. It's just fun. I picked this one up, and there's another PlayStation 3 game that I'll show you in a little bit. Picked up for the same reason. I think it's fun to play through lots of these main Lord of the Rings games, but also spin-offs. The Hobbit is a prequel to the Lord of the Rings, which actually The Hobbit came first, so the Lord of the Rings is a successor to The Hobbit. But yeah, that's that. Now, moving on to the Switch, I picked up a couple Switch games, and this one came in the $5 GameStop, because it's got the really dumb GameStop case. But this is called Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince. I don't know why I got this. I think I got it because it was a Switch game and it was $5. I know nothing about it, but I'll probably play that someday. New games and then I guess another used game I got Hat in Time. This is a platformer, 3D platformer. I've heard lots of good things about it. I've always wanted to play it, and now I own it. I think I picked this up for like 28 bucks on eBay. Recently, I bought this. I bought Pac-Man World Repack. This came out on the 26th of August, so a couple days ago. Got it and beat it within the first 2 days of owning it. Really fun game for $30. It's a fun platformer. If you like platformers and Pac-Man, you'd probably really like this game. And like I said, for 30 bucks, you can't really beat that. So. And then the last Switch game I picked up Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Cole has been a big Xenoblade fan for a long time. He's been telling me to play the series. Play the series, Sky. Well, I own Xenoblade 1 and 2. I have to get the third one, so I picked it up. It's still unopened. But I recently started playing Xenoblade 1, and it's actually a lot of fun. I think it would be a harder series to get into by yourself, or if you don't have anyone to help teach you how to play the game. So if you are going to get into the Xenoblade series, I would recommend watching tons of tutorials on how to play, because otherwise this game would not be fun, because it is incredibly technical and hard. But once you learn how to play, my goodness, is it a blast. And I guess that's a tip for just video games in general. Learn how to play the game. It makes it more fun. Who would have known? Anyway, yeah, that's that. That's the Switch games I got this month. Granted, I will say, so this is an August gaming haul, because it's coming out the last day of August. But since this is my first gaming haul I've done, I'm doing this is probably like the entire summer of me collecting games. So my next one I already did a full video on. This is my Undertale collection. the collector's edition, I guess, rather, not collection. Really cool. I love Undertale. Can't recommend it enough. But I've already done a video talking about this and unboxing it. You can check it out on the Patreon already. And it's for the Switch too, by the way. Okay, now getting into something I never thought I would do, is PlayStation games. I have my cousin's ex-boyfriend gave her a bunch of PlayStation and Xbox games, and when they broke up, he never came and got them back, I guess, so they kind of got gifted to me. So I have a lot of PlayStation 2 games, which I have packed away into a box because I'm running out of space. But I recently got into getting PlayStation 3 games, and here's why. Because they were cheap, I guess. I found this. This is Uncharted 2. This is the Game of the Year edition. I found it for like, gosh, I don't know, $3 or something, $2 or $3, and it was in good condition. Again, the only reason I pick these things up at flea markets is if they're in good condition, or if they are a game that is in good condition and I want to resell so that I can get more games, because that's how this works. On eBay, I picked up Lord of the Rings Aragon's Quest. Actually, I did not pick this up on eBay. I found it cheaper at our local retro game store, so I picked it up there. There are so many Lord of the Rings games, obviously, like I've already mentioned, and I'm going to be playing through a whole bunch of them. Probably next year is when I will start doing my Lord of the Rings series. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm excited, but also it's like very overwhelming to think about, because there's just a lot. There's a lot with Lord of the Rings, and I'm very passionate about it. But I also picked this up at our flea market. This was Little Big Planet Game of the Year edition for the PlayStation 3. Yeah, I love Little Big Planet 3. I played that one a lot with Thane. So, like I was saying, I don't think in my head, I didn't really want to collect for PlayStation, just because I like Xbox better. But over the years, I've kind of been like, what's the word? I have been going back, I guess, on my word of saying I don't want to collect for PlayStation. There's lots of good games for the PlayStation that are exclusive, and I'm going to get into that. And that's kind of why I started collecting for that. Granted, like, this is an exclusive, I believe. Uncharted's exclusive, and this Lord of the Rings Conquest, is exclusive as well, only on the PlayStation. It is compatible with the PlayStation Move, which I don't have, and I don't think I'll play it that way, but whatever. And then this one I got because it was $10 cheaper. I got Sonic 06, which this is still unopened. This is going to be my next Sonic game I do in the Sonic series that I've been doing. Excited about that, and also like sad. I think it's going to be funny. It's going to be a funny video to play through, and I may end up just recording my entire play session of that game. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is kind of my mini start to my PlayStation 3 collection. So there is that. Now on to my final little bit of PS4 collecting. This was my first PS4 game I bought, I believe, was Bloodborne. I love me the Dark Souls series, and that is also another running series that I've been doing videos on the channel. So I've done Dark Souls 1, and I did Elden Ring. Dark Souls 2 and 3 are coming up next, and then I'll do Bloodborne and maybe Sekiro, I don't know. And then I want to do a bunch of Souls-like knockoffs, clones, if you will. So every so often, me and the boys we'll take a little trip and go to our Barnes & Noble. It's not local, it's like an hour away. But then we also hit up a gaming store, because we look for manga, and then this gaming store, it's more like a Hastings, I guess. Hastings-esque, where it's got tons of everything, like music, movies, books, manga, video games, and I picked this up. This was on sale. This is God of War 3, the remastered edition. This was for $10. It is still sealed. God of War is really cool. Thane's told me a lot of good things about it, so eventually I will get to God of War. I also buy a lot from an online auction that our uncle works at, just because it's local for him, and every couple weeks I'll drive to where he is and pick up a lot of the things that I buy from there. So he just kind of hangs on to them for me, which is really nice, and I really appreciate it. But I've been getting games for like ridiculously cheap. Here is Resident Evil 2, the remake for the PlayStation 4. I got this for $2, sealed. Super jazzed about it. I love the Resident Evil games. I have not played this one. I watched Zay play through it on the channel, so I'm excited for that. Once again, Resident Evil, I'm doing a series on that. The next game I got, which is also sealed, The Last of Us Part 2. I watched Thane, well, we all kind of streamed through it together on the channel. Thane played through it. I love The Last of Us 1. Last of Us 2 is very divisive. I thought it was a good game. Not that I jived well with some of the stories and decisions and the writing, but it was still fun. I enjoyed it, and I think I got this for $6 sealed. These, well, here's another auction one I did. I got this. I got Call of Duty Vanguard for the PlayStation 4. I know it's a terrible game, but I picked this up for like $5. The case was hammered and destroyed, but thankfully the game is in like pristine condition. There's literally no scratches on here at all. It's probably unplayed. The case was just completely ruined. So anyway, I picked it up. I did my harvesting case tip that I just told you guys about, and now we have this. So that'll probably be a game I'll play someday. Now these all came from that $5 bargain thing I was telling you about at GameStop. Not a bargain, it was a sale. I got Dragon Age Inquisition. I know nothing about this. Just for $5, I was like, sure, why not? It's the deluxe edition too. Then I also picked up Assassin's Creed Origins. I've only played Assassin's Creed 3 for about 30 minutes. I should probably play that series. But there's so many effing games that I don't think I'm going to do a video series on Assassin's Creed. I may just do a video on like Assassin's Creed 3, because I think that one's, or 2, whatever one's held as like the highest regard, the peak of the series. But we'll see. And then the last one I got Persona 5. The PlayStation Hits Edition, which is really dope. Like it's a red case, but it kind of fits with the theme of Persona, which is red. I don't know, really dope. I would love, and I probably will someday, I will play through Persona 5. I think the more I've been playing different types of video games, the more that turn-based combat has grown on me. But yeah, I just don't think I'm ready to put 120 hours into a video game yet. Although I did put 100 hours into Elden Ring this year, but aside that, that is my August manga haul of games. I've got my PlayStation. There's more PlayStation. I've got my Xbox One haul with just some various odds and ends. So I don't know, it's been a lot of fun getting into collecting again. I think right now my favorite consoles to collect for is probably the Xbox One and the Switch. I think those are my two favorite. But I think of all of this, of all of the things that I got this month, this right here has been my favorite. This has been like, wow, I can't believe I got this. It's super dope that I did. And the fact that it's complete and SIB, oh, amazing. Yep. So tune in next month to see how much money I spent on other video games, because I'm a fucking nerd. Oh, and an old man apparently.